everyone, my name is Jordan. Today is Sunday, April 28th, 2013. Today I would thought about showing you how to construct an analog bass synth. Now there's two ways to create an analog bass synth. There's one of how to create it with a Mäleström and one how to create it with a pulsar. I will show you how to create it with both a Mäleström and a pulsar, but I feel like those should be separate videos. Anyways, today I want to focus on showing you how to create a analog bass. That sounds, bass is actually an analog saw, basically. It's kind of cool. It's very gritty. I'll play the example for you, and I'll show you how to make it. And then maybe I still have to figure out how to show you how to construct dual layering drums when you have a preset of a drum and you want to make it your own. I'll show you that in probably later today. Yesterday I was having too many malfunctions with trying to upload the video for some reason, so that's why I didn't do anything yesterday, because there was a lot of problems that I was having with YouTube. When I exported it and uploaded it, that didn't work. Anyways, I think I have it all figured out. I'll play you the example and we'll get to it. So that's actually the synth, and as you can hear, it's being sidechain pumped with the reed drum. So that's why if I take it off, you'll hear a bigger difference. And with it on, off, it gives you that pumping feeling. So I'll show you how to do that as well, just in case you want to throw it in there with your mix. Anyways, I'm going to go to my reason and create a new document. I drag up my mixer, drag down my sequencer. I should state that every time I right click, you guys can always hold down Control and left click in order to get this menu of instruments, creative effects, studio effects, and utilities that is more advanced. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to my utilities and create a brand new combinator by left clicking. Inside this combinator, I'm going to click here in this little red box. I'm going to go into instruments and create a Mäleström grain table synthesizer. Now for this synthesizer, I usually attack one of the modulation parameters, so that way we get everything all nice and tidy. So for the range, instead of 7, I'm going to change this to 2. For the velocity, I'm going to change the filter envelope to 63, or however far you can get that. I'm going to take my shift from my mod wheel all the way up as well, so 63 for that. And let's see. Next, we will tackle our mod A. For our mod A, we want this to be a rising down, or in this case, curve 9. And I want it to be a one-shot. I want the index to be up about 39. Let me make sure that's correct. 34. Yeah, 34 on the index, or 35. Reason is kind of particular. It's either even or odd with the numbers when you try and boost them. So just try and get it as close as you can. For my modulator B, I'm going to leave it at a sine wave. I'm going to choose one shot to turn that on. I'm going to change my rate to about 38. And I'm going to take my filter down maybe to -6. And I'm going to turn on all of my buttons. So I'm going to turn on oscillator A route to B, oscillator B route. I'm going to turn on the shaper routing from the filter B. I'm going to turn on shaper as well. And that's pretty much it for the modulator parameters. For now, I'm going to choose my first oscillator wave to be a PMW Synth wave. I'm going to change the motion to -29 or -28. And I will leave the index at 0. Let me make sure. Yep. And for my second oscillator, we're going to make sure it's on. I'm going to choose PWM. I'm going to choose for the index, for the motion, I will make it -20. And for the index, I'm going to make it 29. For my oscillators, for my octaves, the first oscillator needs to be down 2 octaves, so octave 2 on that one. And that's basically it for those synths. I don't mess with any of the envelopes, they work perfectly fine. For my oscillator, actually I'm going to take off filter B. It's not recommended, but whatever. Take it all the way down. For my filter A, I'm going to turn up the frequency all the way. And I'm going to turn up the resonance a bit. And that should do it. Let me see where we are. Yep, we're right in the same ballpark. So after this Maelstrom, I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to go to Creative Effects, BV512 Digital Vocoder. Instead of 512 bands, I'm going to change this to 4 bands. I'm going to change this to equalizer mode, and I'm going to turn up the shift to 30. Now what this allows it to do is it's going to squash all the signals to these 4 bands and add a little bit of resonance to it. So after this, I want to create, in my creative effects, Screen 4 distortion. I want to create this twice. Now you can right click and go to creative effects after Screen 4 and just choose Screen 4 distortion if you wish, or you can click and hold with the option and control and just drag it down below it in order to get another Screen 4. So my first Screen 4, we're going to turn the damage control to 40. We're going to choose the type to tube. We're going to turn P1 and P2 to 127, or the maximum. We're going to turn on cut. Now I'm going to raise my low to about 13. I'm going to decrease my mids to -31. And for my highs, I'm going to decrease that as well. I'm going to choose -15. For my second Screen 4 distortion, I'm going to change this to tube as well. I'm going to change the damage to be 84. I'm going to turn P2 a little bit before halfway, so about 60. And for P1, I'm going to do above the second quarter, so about 28 for that. I'm going to turn on cut and body. For the cut, I'm going to take the low to -33. And for the body, I'm going to turn down the resonance to 18, the scale to 18 as well. And the auto, I'm just going to turn that to 4 and change this to type E. Now if we have a listen. Oh, I forgot to, when you right click and create a new Screen 4 distortion, it will automatically route everything. But if you choose to control click and copy to create another, option. When you drag it down with option, it creates another one. I'm sorry. When you hit tab to flip it over, this output is going to be blank. So you want to attach that to from devices. So we're right in the ballpark with that. After this, I'm going to right-click and create in Studio Effects an M-class compressor. M-class compressor. I'm going to turn it to bypass for now because we'll mess with that later. After this, I'm going to create a reed drum, and I'm going to hold Shift so that way it doesn't attach itself. I'm going to minimize this for now. After now that I have my compressor selected, I'm going to right click and create M-class equalizer. I'm going to do this twice. So you can either option click and do it that way, or you can just right click on the device when it's blue, when it's cyan highlighted, and create a new M-class equalizer. After this, I'm going to go to my Studio Effects, create a maximizer, and after the maximizer, I'm going to create a line 6 base amp to compress everything. So for my first equalizer, I'm going to turn on low cut, parameter 1, parameter 2, high shelf. For my second one, I'm going to turn on all of it. So I'm going to turn on my low cut, my low shelf, my parameter 1, parameter 2, and high shelf. For my first equalizer, I'm just going to take down the gain on my first parameter, and I'm going to change it to 104 Hz, turn up the Q to turn it to 32. For my second parameter, I'm going to change this to about 2.585 kHz, gain down, Q all the way up. High shelf, take it down to 3 kHz, put up the gain about 2.9 decibels, and turn the Q to 2. For my second equalizer, I'm going to take my frequency all the way down to 39 Hz, my gain down all the way, and my Q about 13. I'm going to push up my low cut to about 224 Hz. I'm going to boost it about 4 decibels and turn up the Q to max, or in this case 2. For my second parameter, I'm going to take this to about 4.204 kHz, gain down, Q mostly up, so about 11 for my Q. I'm going to take my high shelf and boost it to 7.135 kHz, my gain about 5.1, and my Q to be about 2. For my maximizer, I'm going to take off limiter, put my release to auto, and take the soft clip, make sure it's on, and take it to 127. Just turn on the compressor, and there you guys have it. You have your own analog bass. Now, if you want, in this case, I'm going to show you how to sidechain it. So in this case, I'm going to open up my read drum. I'm going to open up a new patch for channel 1. I'm going to just go into the Reason Factory sound bank. I'm going to go to, I think it's in, Kong patches. I'm going to go to Kong sounds and samples, go to bass drums, and I'm going to choose air. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a pattern every other 3 notes. So every 1, 5, 9, and 13. I'm going to have this run, and I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to take the channel 1 out and plug it into the sidechain. Now, if we have a listen, we should start to hear a compressed signal. Now, you can't really hear it too well because it's there, but it's just not too prompt. So I'm going to change mine to 16, 8.1. I'm going to change the threshold to about negative 25.2. I'm going to take the attack all the way to 1 millisecond, and I'm going to take my release to 405 milliseconds. Now, if we play a note, we should get that classic sidechain pumping. So if you work in dubstep, I would suggest if you're looking for a sidechaining, you want to actually shift everything over. So instead of 1, 5, 9, and 13, you want to choose 2, 6, I think it's 11, well, no, 14, 10, and 11. Now if we have listen, we should get more of a dubstep feel. So there's a lot of cool things I could show you with sidechaining, but I think for now this is a pretty well-introduced way of how to get sidechaining with your bass. So thanks for watching me, and I'll check you guys out in another couple of hours for an in-depth tutorial on layering your drums with your kick drums and your presets and things like that. What I'm basically going to be showing you for now is I'm going to be showing you how to create, let me drag this over here, how to create a dual type of sound. So this is a preset drum kit. Oh, I'm sorry, I have all solos turned on. Take that off. So I have a basic 4x4. What I wanted to do is beef this up with my own sounds, so I just went in, and if we have a look, I just went in and layered every time the kick and the snare hit. So if we have a listen with and without, you'll start to hear the difference. So this is without. And this is with. So I'll be showing you how to construct that in the next video.